Yesterday, Fox News announced that they were, in effect, banning Trump advisor Harlan Hill from coming on any of their networks, at least anytime in the near future. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Harlan Hill, he is, for the most part, just some little troll on Twitter, but he does manage to sit on the advisory board of the Trump re-election campaign. He also happens to bear a striking resemblance to Captain America villain Arnim Zola. And I know I cannot be the only one who sees the similarity between these two individuals. But nevertheless, they've decided to effectively ban him because of comments he made following the debate about Senator and Democratic vice presidential nominee Kamala Harris. The first comment he made was this: Kamala Harris comes off as such an insufferable lying bitch. Sorry, it's just true. Then later on, he followed up with this one. He said, I didn't think it was possible for someone to be less likable than Hillary Clinton, but here we are. And apparently, that is all it took for Fox News to finally look at this little goblin and say, you know what, we're done. We're not going to have this little freak back on our programs. Which is great. I mean, that's good for Fox News. I'm shocked they actually did this. Although it is also worth pointing out the fact that Harlan Hill has not been on actual Fox News channel yet this year, but he does frequently go on Fox Business, so he won't be doing that anymore. And he's gone on Fox News itself plenty of times, just not so far in 2020. And after the network made this announcement, Harlan Hill did come out and, said, I appreciate everything Fox has done for me, having me on over these past 5 years. So in a way, he was kind of saying like, hey, Fox, thanks for creating me. Thanks for giving me this image. Now I can go off and do whatever I want. And then he was asked by reporters about his statement about Kamala Harris. And then he somehow managed to make it so much worse. Here is what he said. He was asked by Mediaite if the tweet went too far. And he said, quote, I said what everyone is thinking. Wow, this is a miracle. Someone less likable than Hillary Clinton. I did it, and I'd do it again. Given the fact that Kamala Harris kept an innocent man on death row until the courts forced her hand, locked up thousands of people for simple possession of marijuana and other charges, etc., I stand by the statement that she's an insufferable, power-hungry, smug bitch. Gotta hand it to him, much like his Captain America counterpart Zola. He is slightly intelligent, at least, because he wanted to throw in, oh, look at she's not progressive. Oh, God, she kept thousands of people for marijuana convictions. Yeah, Republicans do it all the time, too, and progressives have rightfully called Kamala Harris out for this kind of thing since day one, since even before day one, to be honest with you. So I know you really don't actually have a problem with that. You're just trying to justify your misogyny, because that's what it is. That is what happened following this debate. It happened a lot in 2016, probably to a greater extent. But now that some of us who weren't quite like myself, to be perfectly honest, I didn't have my eyes opened to it back then, but I definitely do now. And it's so easy to recognize. It is so blatant. And all of these men, these little incels is what they are. And yeah, I'm talking about Harlan Hill, and I'm talking about Tim Pool. The guy's out there saying like, she's so unlikable. It's so ridiculous. You don't hear them saying this same kind of thing about a dude. You don't. And who cares if somebody is likable? Most politicians, male, female, whatever, are not likable. It's not somebody you want to like sit and hang out with. But y'all reserve that kind of criticism. And it's not just those two. There's plenty of other people on the crazy part of the right who are saying similar things. And it's all rooted in misogyny. It's because they don't have any kind of real, like, factual criticism of this woman. Harlan Hill tried to throw out that attack on her that he's heard from progressives, but that his side is doing too. So that didn't really work. The rest of them, they just don't know it. It's a powerful woman, and that terrifies them. It makes them feel small, both physically and in their pants. It makes them feel small. That's what we're dealing with here. That's what's going on with those guys. And that's where this misogyny and the attacks on Kamala Harris from these idiots, that's where it's coming from.